Yeah, I've worked at Virgin for slightly over 15 years now. I started off in first line technical support within the technology department. I was the person who told you to turn it off and on again. And over the course of my 15 years, I've evolved my career into project management, operational excellence, and now I find myself in the people team as a consultant, delivering on projects, digital platforms, and yeah, overall consultancy, operational support for the people team. As part of my role within the people team, I look after our ticketing system for all of our colleagues around the business. Everyone in the business who raises a ticket with the people team, for whether this might be for support needed for any holiday allowances or support needed with their pay, anything around their benefits, all the myriad of tickets that will come into our people ticketing system lands in with me. And the team manages the tickets, but I look after the back-end analytics and insights and data that's driven from the ticketing system. And when I was being asked to take on the analytics, look at the data-driven decisions that might come out of this ticketing system, I found myself lacking in a few core skills needed to deliver on some of those requests. And I looked at the available apprenticeships for colleagues in the business, and I saw this Data Citizen Apprenticeship, which seemed to talk to a lot of the points where I found myself thinking I needed to upskill myself. And I spoke to my manager, and I spoke to the lovely apprenticeship team we've got in-house here, and signed myself up. I was looking at the curriculum, and the course itself is really very well explained before you sign up and commit to it. They're really clear on not only what Cambridge Spark are going to deliver as part of the course, but also their expectations and Virgin's expectations of you as a learner. And you need to be really clear that this is not a light thing to commit to. There's going to be a lot involved in it, and you're going to need to put the effort in to get the most out of it. So I spent my time looking through the course material, the curriculum, the kind of modules and learnings that you were going to get from the course. I made sure that it's ticked the kind of things that I wanted to get out of it. It's an 18-month course in total. And I wasn't going to spend 18 months of my time learning things that weren't going to be relevant for me. I wanted to make sure that they were going to actually add value to my day job and what I was going to be delivering and where I wanted to move my career forward. So I spent time looking at the curriculum and made sure I was happy with the commitments required from me. Overall, like I say, 18 months, really, really useful. It started off a little slowly and eased you in quite well, which was a really good way to begin, and then ramps up towards the middle part of the apprenticeship, and you find yourself really learning a lot throughout it. I think overall it was around 15 months of 15 core modules of work. Month one being quite entry level bits and pieces, like I say, slow entry, and then from month 3 onwards it was getting stuck into some big modules of work. It was a solid 18 months of good commitment and a lot of learning. I think my highlight was whenever we hit a module that was something I'd never seen before. So I'd had very little exposure to, let's say, Power BI and building out dashboards from a data source. So learning brand new things and seeing how I can bring those into my day job was really valuable to me. And I also want to highlight that there's a second quite big thing from my perspective with the apprenticeship. In our day job at Virgin, we can find ourselves, like any big business, just dealing with Virgin. The apprenticeship I found very useful because in my cohort of intake, there were a lot of people from local councils, the NHS, banking organisations, etc. So whenever we did breakout workshops and discussions, you find yourself talking to people from a really good range of backgrounds and industries, and that was really valuable to gain insight from them. Just a couple of weeks ago, I was asked to export a very large data set, and I found myself, without really thinking about it too much, using BI dashboards and pivoting the data to gain the insights from that data and analyze that data in a way that I would never have done before. So I think I'd go back to understanding the commitments that you're going to need to make from the for the duration of the course, and and read the modules and the curriculum of the particular course you're interested in. Speak to your peers, speak to your manager, understand where you want to move your career forward, and pick the right apprenticeship that's going to help you get there. Where your skills are lacking and where you want to improve your skill set, pick the apprenticeship that's really going to help you get a better value from the time you're going to spend doing this course, and then that'll be the right course for you. My recommendation for anyone looking to take on an apprenticeship would be to get insight from your line manager and your peers, find out where you want to move your career forward, and then assess the various apprenticeships available to you from the business, and pick a course where the curriculum and the modules really are going to help you drive your career forward. I got quite close with my data mentor Eoghan and my support success coach Lee. They were both really, really supportive. You have monthly meetings with them throughout the course of your apprenticeship, and they are always touching base with you to make sure you're on track. You're not struggling with any of the course material. If you are struggling, they're there to support you and provide extra help and guidance to bring you back on track if you're ever not fully understanding a particular module of work. And also they have a really good system in place, which is called Educate, and it has a really familiar and easy to use interface that helps you track your way through your modules, make sure you're keeping on track with the progress that you're being expected to make at certain intervals. So all round very, very good and really easy to keep yourself on track and not let yourself fall behind anywhere. The level of support I got from Cambridge Spark was excellent, much better than I was expecting. I really appreciated the support I got from Elaine and Lee, who were my data success coach and my mentor throughout the program. They were really, really, really good throughout the whole of the 18 months. They provided excellent support and guidance throughout the course. So Educate AI is Cambridge Spark's app or system that they use for you to log into, and it tracks all of the modules, and the modules are broken down. There's about 15 throughout the course I did, and in each module there's multiple, sometimes 20 individual pieces of course material throughout each module. So you can see how that would add up and become quite hard to track as a full curriculum for the 18 months. What the Educate AI platform does is gives you progress bars. It houses all of the documents and the repository of documents, all of the recordings that you do throughout the course, and all of the meeting recordings, etc. Houses it all in one place, and you can access it anytime to download the course material, do some extra learning, keep track of where you are. If I had to rate Educate AI, I'd happily give it a 10. It was a really, really useful tool, and it would be difficult to go off track because it really kept you in line. Real world projects with the apprenticeship is vital to understanding it. I think I would be like a lot of people on the apprenticeship, where you learn best by doing, and the classroom activities are really useful. The group exercises help you gain insight from all of the rest of the cohort and what they're working on. But taking the material that you're learning out of the apprenticeship and bringing it into your day job helps make it more real, helps you practice it, and helps you bring some real value from what you're learning into your day job, which is, that is what you're trying to do from this. I would sum it up as a very rewarding, very valuable piece of work to take on for yourself. Challenging, but worth it. So if I was to sum up the apprenticeship in a short sentence, I would say rewarding, challenging, but worth every minute. Completing an apprenticeship like this is going to really help drive my career forward. I specifically noticed a requirement and a drive for good data knowledge across the business, people that have the skills to analyze data and get good insight from data in the business. and that's going to be a valuable skill set for me in the future. Virgin were very, very supportive to help anyone who wants to push their career forward. Virgin are always really supportive of that.